Hi, this is Dreama, and today we are doing a client reading. And I won't be saying the name of the client. They know who they are, and I know who they are. Now, today we're going to be using the Gilded Tarot deck. This is one of my favorite decks, and I connect with it really easily. We're going to be doing a love reading, and it's going to be a 3-card spread. And this is what I call the how does he or she feel reading. Okay, it's basically 3 cards, and they're going to answer 3 separate questions. Now, I've went ahead and actually shuffled these ahead of time because for some reason my camera only goes out about 9 minutes and it quits. So if I need to explain anything, then I really don't have any time left. So I'm going to go ahead and spread these out, and I'll explain the cards and what they mean. We're going to have 3 cards, one here, one here, and one here. And the first card is going to represent the sexual, how the person sexually feels about the client, the sexual attraction. And the second card is going to represent what I call the connection, whether there's a mental or spiritual or emotional connection to the client. And the last card is going to represent the love. So basically that's going to tell us if this person loves the client, and if they do, in what way, and things like that. Okay, now I'm going to start with the card on the far left, and this is, like I said, going to represent the sex. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Now, this card is interesting because, as you can see, there's someone under a tree, and the tree is completely full, and she appears to be kind of looking at the pentacles, and there's a ladder. Okay. Now, what that tells us actually about, how does this person sexually feel about the client is that, there's something going on. It's kind of normally a card of like barter, but because of the way that we're asking the question in this reading, what I'm seeing, what I'm getting, is that there is a definite sexual attraction, and the woman appears to be looking up into the tree in this image. So, what that tells me is that there is, some desire there. And that's something that they're longing and wanting, because if you look at the face of the lady, she's kind of looking up in there, so it's kind of a longing card. That's what I'm getting from it. So there is some sort of sexual attraction there. Now, the center card is going to represent, like I said, the how this person is emotionally or spiritually, or if they are connected to the client in any way. Okay, and we have the Ace of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card because, as far as connection goes, this is a very powerful card. At least it's what I would consider a powerful card, okay? And normally the Ace of Swords, really is almost about an obsession. And that's kind of what I'm getting, that this person is so emotionally attached to the client that, it's become almost an obsession, and it's caused them a great deal of stress and things like that. But it is such a big connection. It's so strong that they've become obsessed with it. Okay. Now, lastly, we're going to talk about the love. Okay, is there any love there? We already know that there is a strong sexual attraction, a strong longing, and we also know that there is a connection almost to the point of obsession. Okay, so there's a spiritual and emotional connection there. Okay, and the third card is the 10 of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card. As you can probably see, there's a man on the ground, and there's these 10 swords that are all kind of coming at him from the back. So because what we're looking at now is more of a love card, okay? This card tells me that this person, what's going on with them is that they do love the person, but there is a deep-seated fear there. Somewhere in the past there has been some sort of betrayal or something that has went bad for them. There's been a relationship that just turned out extremely bad. So what they're doing now is there is a fear So there is a love there, but it is really overshadowed by this fear, okay? So overall what we have is we have a strong sexual attraction and a longing for the client, and we have an extremely strong spiritual and emotional connection, almost to the point of being obsessed. And lastly, we have a love, but a love that is encircled in fear, as this word so, okay? All right, that does conclude my reading for today. And I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and I'm sure I will talk to you again.